Welcome to Beaufort County this week. Today is Friday, August 15th, and this week, Sumter County native and NBA star Ja Morant celebrated his 26th birthday. I'm Matt Golden, and here are your top stories presented by Beaufort County TV. The Beaufort Point Road Fire Department saved a cat that had fallen through a storm drain. AccessNow helps enhance the accessibility of Beaufort County's passive parks and preserves, and a longtime fire department mechanic is retiring after 60 years of service. All this and more coming up on Beaufort County this week.
Make sure to check out Festive Beaufort, your exclusive ticket to all the excitement happening across Beaufort County. Join us as we explore vibrant events that bring our community together. From local flavors at seafood festivals to creativity at art shows, Festive Beaufort celebrates the heart and soul of our community. Don't miss the stories behind these events that make Beaufort County shine. Tune in and discover why Beaufort County is the place for every occasion. Festive Beaufort is where the spirit of our community comes alive. Find episodes of Festive Beaufort on BCTV, on the BCTV YouTube channel, and on the BCTV app.
The City of Beaufort Port Royal Fire Department responded about 6 p.m. Sunday evening to a report from a driver on the Russell Bell Bridge that a kitten had fallen through a storm drain and become stuck in the pluff mud. With the use of some creative rescue tactics, the tiny orange kitten was retrieved and brought to its new foster home for a bath. The City of Beaufort Port Royal Fire Department requested assistance from the Parris Island Fire and Emergency Services to utilize their air tracks for rescue. Beaufort County Animal Services asked all pet owners to have their pets spayed and neutered to reduce overpopulation. If you are the hero a shelter pet is waiting for, visit Beaufort County Animal Services campus at 10 Pritcher Point Road in Okatie to find your new best friend. For the past 2 years, Beaufort County has partnered with AccessNow to increase accessibility awareness at Beaufort County's passive parks and preserves. This was the first project of its kind in South Carolina, focusing on informing the public about accessibility on 10 popular parks and preserves. 3 properties were mapped in 2024 to kick off the project at Crystal Lake Park, Fort Fremont Preserve, and Widgeon Point Preserve. An additional 7 properties were mapped in 2025 at the Altamaha Town Heritage Preserve, Brewer Memorial Park, Fort Frederick Heritage Preserves, Green Shell Park, Oyster Factory Park, Whitehall Park, and Wright Family Park. AccessNow's mission is to establish go-to resources for the accessibility information. Their platform empowers people to discover a world of accessible opportunities and remove barriers. This mapping project identifies accessibility information for the trails, parking, restrooms, as well as other various amenities and potential navigational hazards on the 10 properties. These accessibility maps can be viewed from the Land Preservation Department webpage or the AccessNow website. The Land Preservation Director, Stephanie Naguid, emphasized the significance of the project, stating, "It's been such a great experience collaborating with AccessNow these past 2 years. The maps are so helpful in providing information to our community, so visitors know what to expect when they arrive on the properties, and helpful to inform staff on areas of improvement. I look forward to incorporating their suggestions on future park projects and addressing any existing needs." The Land Preservation Department also offers 3 all-terrain wheelchairs free for public use. These chairs can be reserved through filling out and emailing the fillable PDF reservation form online. For more information on Beaufort County passive parks and preserves, to view the environmental education program schedules, and to stay up to date on much more, please visit the Land Preservation Department webpage. From WSAV, a longtime mechanic with the Burton Fire District celebrated his retirement after 60 years of service. Sunday afternoon, BFD Station 84 Captain Ralph Niederheiser celebrated his retirement with family, friends, and co-workers. He began his service over 60 years ago as a volunteer firefighter for his hometown in Pennsylvania. Niederheiser eventually was hired as a mechanic for Hilton Head Fire and Rescue and retired after 20 years. He continued in the fire service as a fire chief for Point South Volunteer Fire Department before being hired as a mechanic for the Burton Fire District in 2005. And in 2013, Ralph was selected as Fire Officer of the Year. 3 of his grandsons followed him into the fire services and are fire officers in South Carolina fire departments. Congratulations, Ralph. And now here's some events to get you out and about this weekend. This evening from 4 to 7 p.m. it's the Habersham Farmers Market. Join them for fresh produce and handcrafted items from their amazing vendors. If you don't get to enjoy this month's Farmers Market, the Habersham Farmers Market returns Friday, September 19th, and again Friday, October 3rd, amongst many other dates the rest of the year. Head over to the Habersham Farmers Market Facebook page for more information. Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. sponsored by the Palmetto Bluff Conservancy and Beaufort Memorial Hospital. It's the 9th annual STEAM Festival, which will provide hands-on, innovative, and super cool activities for families to enjoy. STEAM, or Science, Technology, Engineering, Art, and Math, is an important initiative for educating and preparing today's students for tomorrow's job. The festival will showcase demonstrations, simulations, experiments, and hands-on activities by area businesses, organizations, and schools that are using STEAM to succeed. This event is free. Stay for lunch. There will be food trucks on site. Head over to the STEAM Festival Facebook page for more information. This takes place at the Port Royal Sound Foundation at 310 Okatie Highway in Okatie. And we've got some Friday Night Lights high school football action. We're finally back with football season. The regular season kicks off for our area SCISA schools. This week you got Hilton Head Christian heading to Porter Gal. Calton Prep comes to John Paul II. Beaufort Academy goes over the bridge to Hilton Head Prep. And Cross Schools heads over to the Kings Academy. This is just a little taste to get you ready for next week, as everybody will be playing, and it will be a pretty big slate on August the 22nd. So hopefully some of these events piqued your interest, and maybe I'll see you out and about this weekend. Have a fun and safe August weekend, Beaufort County. I'm Matt Golden. As always, we ask you check out our friends at Beaufort County Animal Services, where you can find courtesy posts on their Facebook page for missing pets, found pets, and pets that you can adopt. I want to give a shout out to the amazing animal service officers, along with officers from Beaufort County Sheriff's Office and SLED and the Humane World, who worked together with a recent dogfighting bust in northern Beaufort County. 10 animals were rescued from the property. And we'd like to highlight Bubba. Bubba is a 10-year-old Yorkie mix who is looking for his forever home. He is currently being fostered by a Good Samaritan, Linda, and is described as being friendly and snuggly. He has done well with other dogs and people, but is still working on house training. He is neutered and up to date on vaccinations. If interested, please contact Linda at tullyinfo@icloud.com. That's TULLY info at icloud.com. In the area week, we gave you some news about Timber, who was being treated by our good friends over at Noah's Ark Rescue. The best news that we've all been waiting for: Mr. Timber is out of the vet and in rehab. His bills are still there, so if you'd like to donate, please visit the Noah's Ark Rescue Facebook page to donate. We are so happy to see him out. And cat volunteers are needed ASAP, just to get us through the transition of not only taking care of our own county, but also Jasper County. We have tons of kittens and cats basically coming out of our ears. If interested in becoming a volunteer, please email us at shelter@bcgov.net or call us at 843-255-5010. Duties include cleaning cat kennels, feeding them, and telling them how absolutely precious they are. Thanks for tuning in to Beaufort County This Week. This podcast is a production of BCTV. For more information on Beaufort County TV, please head over to beaufortcounty.tv, all rights reserved.